Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we are from Kutsu. We'd like to serve you a beneficial presentation about the literary analysis to the short story Senior Picture Day by Michele Serros. Beforehand, we would like to introduce ourselves first. I'm Haizatun Ni'mah.
And I'm Intan Nur Hasanah.
My name's Ivani Rara Nirwasita Hasan.
We're really excited about the chance to present our analysis to this literary work, okay? Have a nice talk with us. Let's find out. First, let's talk about the writer biography. Michele Serros was an American author, poet, and comedic social commentator. Therefore, besides her writing skill, she is actually a funny bunch and humorous woman. In fact, she left an indelible mark on literature and culture, blending humor, insight, and a unique perspective. Raised in Oxnard, California, she found solace in writing and went on to earn a degree in teaching studies from UCLA. Sherry's writing resonated with readers, exploring themes of identity and humor. Until at the end of her life, she got the disease of cancer, then passed away in Berkeley at 48, medium age, not too young and not too old, leaving behind a legacy of wit and courage.
Senior Picture Day plot tells the story of a 17 years old Mexican girl grappling with self-esteem and identity. She seeks acceptance by conforming to beauty standards, including altering her nose. Her friendship with Terri and interaction with CB radios shape her self-perception and cultural identity. The climax occurs when Terry describes her appearance derogatory to a boy and a CP radio depending the protagonist's insecurity. Despite this, she persists in changing her appearance to fit societal standards. The narrative explores themes of identity, self-esteem, and the impact of societal expectation on young individuals. Mm, There are several events. First, the exposition of Senior Picture Day introduced the protagonist, a 17 years old Mexican girl who struggles with self-esteem and cultural identity. She reveals her daily routine of squeezing her nose, a practice she believes is a repressing it to look less Indian and more like her friend Terry's. The complication arrive as she navigates high school and trying to fit in an in in comfort to societal beauty standard. Her interaction with Terry and experiences with CP radios highlight her desire for acceptance and validation. The plot climax occurs when Terry, during a conversation on the CP radio, describes the protagonist's physical appearance in a derogatory manner to a boy. This moment deeply affects to the protagonist, leading her to confront the pressure to conform and the pain of being judged based on her appearance. Despite the hurtful comments, she continues altering her appearance, hoping to achieve a more socially acceptable look. The resolution of the story is seen on a Senior Picture Day, where the protagonist reflects journey, on her journey to realize she realized the impact of societal pressure on her self perception and cultural identity. The story ends with her still squishing her nose, highlighting the ongoing struggle for self-acceptance and the complexities of navigating adolescence. In Senior Picture Day, flashback and foreshadowing are used effectively to deepen the narrative and provide insight to the protagonist's past and the future. The flashback, such as the protagonist's memories of her friendship with Terry and the interaction with the CB radio, reveal key moments that have shaped her self-esteem and cultural identity. The flashback helped the reader understand the protagonist's current struggle and motivation. Foreshadowing is also used to hint at future events and themes in the story. The protagonist's obsession with squeezing her nose and her desire to look less Indian foreshadowed the climax, where Terry describes her appearance. This foreshadowing creates tension and anticipation leading up to the pivotal moment in the story. Overall, flashback and foreshadowing are employed skillfully in Senior Picture Day to enhance the storytelling, deepen the characterization, and create a sense of continuity and develop in the protagonist's journey.
Okay, I'm Ivani Rara Nirwasita. I will explain to you about the characters in this story. There are protagonists Terry, Terry's dad, Terry's mom, Miss Milner, and Lightning Bolt. The first is protagonist, a 17-year-old Mexican girl struggling with self-esteem and identity. She feels pressured to conform to societal beauty standards, but she shows resilience and determination, as seen in her daily routine of squeezing her nose to alter its appearance. The second is Terry, the protagonist's best friend in seventh grade. Terry is depicted as confident and influential. Terry is also reveals her superficiality and willingness to betray her friends to impress a boy. The third is Lightning Bolt, a boy on the CB radio, who shows interest in the protagonist. 4. Terry's dad, who is strict about the use of the CB radio. His character reflects authority and traditional values. 5. Terry's mom, a warm and hospitable character. She contrasts with the strictness of Terry's dad. And the last is Miss Milna, the character who honks impatiently in the driveway, signaling the start of Senior Picture Day. So, overall, the characters in the story contribute to the protagonist's internal conflict regarding her self-image. The next is point of view. The story Senior Picture Day is told from the first person point of view, with the protagonist narrating her experiences and thoughts directly to the reader, where we see the world through her eyes and understand her perspective on her appearance, her relationships, and her experiences with self esteem and identity. The first person point of view creates a sense of intimacy and allows readers to empathize with the protagonist as she navigates the challenges of adolescence. This perspective allows readers to gain insight into the protagonist's innermost thoughts, feelings, and struggles.
Last, setting will be our discussion in this slide. Senior picture this story takes place in a high school environment in the United States, where the protagonist girl attends school. Some place mentioned in the story include the school, terrace house, and streets around the girl's residence, such as Oxnard Boulevard. and other additional settings. The timeline starts in the morning, a long day that sometimes doesn't end until late afternoon, and the pressure of high school life contribute to the overall atmosphere of the story. It makes the atmosphere more alive to the story. Okay, that's all for the analysis. Sorry for mistake and thank you for attention. See you and goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.